Okay, so we love when you send us these little snippets of text, and this one that came across our desk this week is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It says, your energy creates your reality. Low energy. Low success. High energy. High success. Protect your energy and elevate your life. So that's what we're diving into today, and really kind of trying to unpack what that means for you, trying to learn new stuff and, reaching your goals and all that without, getting too overwhelmed.
Right off the bat, your energy creates your reality. I think it's something that a lot of us can kind of intuitively get behind. Like,
Yeah.
you think about times when you're really in the zone, you're focused, you're feeling driven, things just kind of click into place.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt that, like, that sense of, effortless progress?
Absolutely. Like when you're, really firing on all cylinders and learning just feels easy. It's
Right.
like, it's almost like you don't even have to try. And then there's those times when you're just drained.
Mhm.
And even just like the simple things, you're trying to focus on. It's like climbing a mountain,
Mhm.
and that's when that low energy, low success part
Mhm.
really kind of hits home.
Yeah. And, when we're talking about energy, I think it's important to remember that we're not just talking about one thing, I mean, it's
Yeah.
like our physical energy, how rested are we? How healthy are we?
Yeah.
But it's also, our mental sharpness, how focused, how clear is our thinking?
Right.
And I think, crucially, it's also about our emotional state. Are we feeling resilient? Are we feeling positive? Or are we just like completely overwhelmed?
Right.
So I think it's really, likely a combination of all three of these things.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense because if you're physically run down, like your brain just doesn't work as well.
Sure.
It makes it harder to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're feeling negative or stressed, like it's so much harder to take in new information.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're low in any of those areas,
Yeah.
it's going to slow you down on the path to reaching your goals.
Absolutely. And then on the flip side, when you're feeling physically good,
Mm.
your mind is sharp, you're emotionally, stable.
Yeah.
You're just able to tackle challenges. You're able to, absorb information so much more effectively.
Yeah.
And then that, high energy, high success becomes a much more real possibility.
Yeah.
What's so fascinating is how something like, poor sleep, which, affects our physical energy,
Yeah.
can directly impact, our cognitive function. So, our mental energy as well
It's all connected.
is all connected.
Okay, so let's get into this idea of protect your energy. If we all agree that this energy, this multifaceted energy is so important, like
Yeah.
what are some actual things that people listening can do to protect it?
Well, thinking about the physical energy, things like prioritizing consistent sleep,
Yeah.
nourishing our body with good food, moving regularly, like those are really non-negotiables.
When it comes to, our mental energy, I think things like taking short mindfulness breaks throughout the day
Yeah,
can really help to prevent that feeling of overwhelm.
right.
Even just taking, a couple of minutes to do some focused breathing can make a huge difference.
Yeah.
And then for emotional energy, being aware of our boundaries, being willing to say no when we need to, and consciously limiting, our exposure to things that just consistently, bring us down, like excessive negative news, that can be really powerful.
So it's not just about pushing yourself harder and harder and harder. It's about being smart about, where you're putting your attention, almost like, being mindful of what's draining the battery on your phone and closing those apps you don't need to have open.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if we link this back to that idea of, elevate your life,
Yeah.
I think it's clear that actively managing our energy isn't just about getting more things done in a day.
Right.
It's really about, that foundation for sustained progress and overall well-being.
Right.
If we're constantly depleted,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be hard to pursue those bigger goals or just, enjoy that process of learning and growing.
Yeah. And, for anyone out there trying to, absorb information efficiently and have those aha moments, having that mental clarity that comes with protected energy is so key. It's like having a clean lens through which to view, what you're trying to learn.
It's like, it raises this crucial question, like how often do we actually consider, our energy levels as a resource that we have to actively manage?
Right.
We tend to focus on all these external factors for success.
Yeah.
But, maybe this simple statement is pointing to the, just absolutely fundamental role that our internal state plays in, actually shaping our reality.
So to kind of bring it all back together, this idea of energy encompassing our physical, our mental, and emotional state seems to be so deeply connected to our ability to achieve our goals and live a better life.
And, by being mindful of what depletes us and actively working to protect and cultivate our energy, we can, potentially elevate our entire experience of, life.
Absolutely. And I guess, thinking about this, like, what is one small actionable step that you could take today, to either better understand or consciously manage your own energy?
Yeah.
As you pursue your goals. It's a simple question, but, the answer might have a really significant impact.
It could change everything.
It really could.
Some food for thought.
Definitely.
Thanks for joining us for the deep dive, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.